Hi everyone and welcome to this week's yoga practice for athletes. Today we're going to be focusing on some exercises for swimmers. It'll be great for your shoulders and your spine. Ideally, it would be good if you could use a cushion, or if you have a yoga block, that would be great to sit on, just to raise your hips up a little bit and to make it more comfortable for this beginning sequence. So we're going to start sitting on your mat, hopefully on a cushion or a rolled up towel or your yoga block, just with your hips a little higher, lifted up off the ground. Sit, if you can, in a nice easy cross-legged position. If not, you can sit with your legs out in front, or in any version of cross-legged that is comfortable for you. We're going to do a short seated cat-cow. So you can start with your hands just resting gently on your legs. We're going to inhale deeply and exhale. You're going to round the chin in towards the chest and stretch the hands out over the legs as you round the back. Inhale, we're going to lift up, draw the elbows into the waist, lift the chin and draw the shoulder blades together behind you. Exhale, round, stretching the arms, curving the back, and then inhale, extend the spine in the opposite direction, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Exhale, rounding the back like a cat. Inhale, coming up. Squeeze the elbows in, shoulders in, lift the chin. Exhale, cat. And inhale one more time, curving the back forward, lifting the chin, tucking the elbows in. Good. And then slowly bring the hands just back to rest gently on the legs. And we're just going to do a couple of gentle side stretches for the neck and move within your own range of motion and to wherever it's comfortable. So to prepare, we're going to inhale, and as you exhale, just take the right ear towards the right shoulder. Try not to move the shoulders, keep them nice and relaxed, and just feel a gentle stretch through the outside of the neck, maybe going in to the top of the shoulder. Take a nice round of breath here. Inhale. And exhale, come all the way up. I'm going to inhale, exhale, stretch to the other side, so left ear towards the left shoulder, just feeling a gentle stretch, using the weight of the head to allow the neck to stretch. Take a round of breath, inhale, and exhale, come all the way up. Now we're going to drop the chin towards the chest, feeling a nice stretch through the back of the neck, maybe into the scalp, maybe down into the top of the back, across the back of the shoulders, and inhale, come all the way up. We'll do that one more time, a little stretch to the right. Inhale, exhale, come up. Inhale to prepare, exhale over to the left. Inhale, exhale, come up. I'm going to drop the chin to the shoulder, to the chest, excuse me. Breathing nice and steadily, and inhale, come up, and exhale back. Inhale, come back to center. Now we're going to add in a short little twist. So you're going to take the right hand across the body to the top of the left knee, and then just take the left hand behind the left hip. Sit up nice and straight. Inhale and exhale, twist around, taking the right shoulder around, but keeping this left hip nice and glued to the floor or your cushion or the block. You can look out over your left shoulder. Inhale, exhale, come all the way back, and switch hands. Right hand behind you, left hand across onto the right knee. Inhale, exhale, taking a twist to the other side. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, release, come back to center. Now we're going to take a side stretch. So you're going to put the left hand to the ground, on the ground by the left hip. Take the right arm up and just stretch over, extending the stretch through the right side of the body. Trying not to collapse forward, try and keep the heart center lifted. And if you can, look up or out to the side. If not, just look forward. And think of this right shoulder as subtly pressing back as you extend the right arm. The right arm doesn't have to be straight, but you might like to just kind of feel through moving that arm, see if you can find a stretch in a different place. Keep the right hip glued down. We don't want to roll over. You want to feel the extension through the top of the right hip, all the way through the outside of the rib cage and under the armpit. Inhale, and then exhale, come all the way down. Let's try the other side. Right hand down, lifting the left arm up, extending over, and work through your own range of motion. Obviously, everybody is different, so don't worry about what it looks like. Just kind of hopefully feel a good stretch. Again, try not to collapse. Try and keep the heart center lifted. Gently pressing back with that left shoulder blade. And again, you can kind of play around with moving this right arm, bending at the elbow or the wrist, and just feeling that nice stretch through the left side. Inhale, and exhale, bring that hand all the way down. Good. Do a few little shoulder rolls, taking the shoulders around up towards your ears and back down. And then go back in the other way. You could always put your fingertips on the shoulders and do some circles with your elbows. That's a nice one to do. Going back in the other way. Good, and then bring the hands down, back down to your legs. We're going to do a gentle variation on eagle pose, just working on the arms only. So you're going to take the arms out to the side, stretch them out, and then bring the right hand arm in front of you on top of the left and bend the elbows and just bring the hands to here. So we're not going to fold them too deeply yet. We're just going to then lift the elbows up and down. This is also great for people who work from home. If you're sitting typing at a computer all day, you want to stretch out the shoulders. Good. And then come down, stretch the arms out to the side. You can even maybe stretch them back a little bit, lift the heart, look up. Inhale, exhale, come down and bring the left arm on top of the right this time. Bend at the elbows, bring the back of the hands together and just repeat, slowly lifting the elbows up and down. Good, and then come all the way down. Let's sweep the hands out, put them on the ground behind you, press the fingertips into the floor, and just lift the heart up as you squeeze the shoulder blades together, counteracting the forward stretch. Maybe lift the chin. Big inhale, exhale, drop the chin, and walk the hands forward. Good, have a little shake out. We're going to move the cushion to one side and the block. And we're going to just come down to kneeling for a moment, and then we're going to come onto all fours. Now we're going to go into a deep shoulder stretch, so be very mindful as you move here and just go to wherever you find a nice warm stretch. We're going to come down onto the ground, take this left arm and thread it through underneath the right. And we're going to stretch it as far as we can before we lay the left shoulder down onto the ground. So we're getting a nice deep opening for the left shoulder. Take some weight into this right hand. Now you could stay here if this feels like a comfortable place. We're not putting any pressure on the neck. Your weight is taken in your arm and in that left shoulder. If you feel super comfortable, you can stretch this right arm out and breathe here. So you're getting a stretch for the right arm and the left shoulder. But again, wherever's comfortable, if staying here is enough, that's absolutely fine. So breathe nice and deeply. You can close your eyes if that helps you to relax. Breathe into the stretch. We'll take one more big inhale. And as you exhale, push into the right hand. Slowly lift yourself up and slide the left arm all the way through. And just feel the difference for a moment between the left and the right. We'll repeat on the other side. So you're going to slide this right arm underneath the left, maybe slide the left hand forward, and really stretch that right arm out to lay the right shoulder down on the ground. Then press the right ear into the floor. But again, the weight is taken in the left hand and in the right shoulder, and you can stay here. So breathe into it, hold and stretch. You can always stretch this left arm out along the floor, or stay here. Take one more big inhale, and whenever you're ready, press into the left hand, slide the right arm out nice and slowly, and come back. And we're just going to sit back onto the knees. So you can come down to kneeling, and we're just going to take a short stretch for the feet after all that kicking in the water. So you're going to come forward, tuck the toes underneath. Make sure that the little toes are not getting squashed. So just make sure that all the toes are facing forward. And you can stay here if you can already feel a nice stretch through the feet, or if you like to, you can walk your hands up and take a deep stretch for the feet. Just sitting and feeling this warm stretch through the soles of the feet into the toe joints, really opening up those areas that have been working really hard for you. And you could stay here, you could always pause the video if you're finding this to be a beneficial stretch, but we're going to keep moving for now. So walk yourself forward onto your hands, step the knees back, maybe just shake out the feet, let the blood flow through the toes and the soles of the feet again. And then we're going to spin around and come down onto our backs. So just roll yourself down nice and slowly and hug the knees into the chest. Take a little massage here for the spine, rocking from side to side. And we're going to do a thread the needle for the hips now and for the legs. So you're going to cross the right leg over the left, interlace the fingers behind the thigh, and press the right knee out to the side using the right elbow. We want to flex the toes, so try not to let them drop, kind of keep them active, and then very gently squeeze the back of the hands into the back of the leg, and draw that left leg in towards you to feel this nice warm stretch around the hip and the glute muscles. Try and keep the face relaxed, the shoulders relaxed. If you want to, you can kind of stretch out this left leg a little bit here. Get a very gentle hamstring stretch while you're taking the right hip stretch. Good, and then we're going to come down, release the hands, place the foot on the floor, but keep this right leg where it is. Take the arms out to the side and slowly roll the legs over. And you can look out over your right arm. If that feels like too much for your lower back, just uncross the legs and come to here, or you can scissor the legs. So there's a few options here, just make sure you feel comfortable. Breathe, relax the shoulders. Try and make sure the right shoulder is on the floor. We want to get the most of the twist, so we want to keep the right shoulder on the floor if you can. Breathe nice and deeply. And then pressing the hands into the floor, using your core, lift the hips up, roll back to center, and uncross the right leg. Let's switch to the other side, placing the left ankle on top of the right thigh. So press the left elbow into the left thigh, keep the feet nice and active, and you can always just lift and lower the right leg. A nice gentle hamstring stretch. But keep working on opening up the left hip, drawing the knee in towards you. Breathing nice and deeply, keeping the face relaxed. Maybe do a few circles with the toes. And then slowly release the hands, put the right foot on the floor, keep the left leg where it is as you take the arms out along the floor and roll the legs over to the right. And then slowly look over to your left, take a nice full spinal twist. Again, you can always fold the legs here or scissor the legs. There are lots of options just to help you get a nice spinal twist. Breathing into it. And then slowly press the hands into the floor, use the core to lift the legs up. Place the feet flat on the floor and hug the knees into the chest one more time. Rock yourself from side to side. And then wrap the arms around the shins, hug the head into the knees, squeeze yourself up. Inhale and exhale, release everything down to the ground. And take a few moments in relaxation, allowing gravity to support the body and allowing the recovery and the restorative benefits of lying nice and simply flat on the ground to just spread throughout the body. Relaxing the forehead, the brow, the cheeks, the jawbones, feeling the eyes heavy, feeling the back of the head resting gently against the floor, and just allowing the whole body to simply relax. Take a nice deep inhale. As you exhale, wiggle the fingers and toes. Slowly bring the legs up towards you and then roll over onto the side and make your way up to a nice easy cross-legged position. Let's bring our hands to heart center. Thank you for practicing yoga with us today. Namaste.